Good morning, Ms. Hodge.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with resisting arrest or search. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Your Honor, on March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer observed a vehicle traveling 55 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone and made a traffic stop. Upon contact with the defendant became irate and demanded the law enforcement officer's name and badge number before answering a FaceTime call and becoming distracted. The defendant advised that her driver's license was expired and that she only had a passport. Vehicle registration was also expired. The law enforcement officer asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle, and the defendant ignored the commands. The law enforcement officer then opened the defendant's door and again ordered the defendant to step out of the car and informed her she was under arrest for interfering with public duties. The law enforcement officer then removed the defendant from the driver's seat and forced the defendant to the ground. After being detained, the defendant refused to get into the back of the law enforcement officer's vehicle and began to kick out towards the deputies. In the process, the defendant struck the law enforcement officer in both thighs several times. The law enforcement officer was eventually able to force the defendant into hiding.
She gets charged with assault on the.
Whoa, pause right there. Did you catch that? Despite all that chaos, no assault charges were filed. What do you think? Was that luck or leniency? Comment below. Should resisting arrest without assault automatically be treated differently? Let's hear your courtroom opinions.
Police officer?
No, Your Honor, she did not.
Very lucky. Extremely lucky that you're not charged with 2 additional felonies. Ms. Hodge, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. So can you run her license, see if she has a valid license, please? If you do not have a Texas driver license and a liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive, and I will make that a condition of your bond. When you get into a pissing match with people who have the power of arrest, who wins? Right. Take that into account. A lot of times, something like this ends up in a ticket, you know?
She's not eligible.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition, and you're now going to sign an affidavit with me today, which is a promise that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. There's no justification you can give for driving. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. Do not drive. If you want to drive, go get a license, get insurance, and I'll happily take this restriction off. That's the only condition I'm placing on you now. Don't drive unless you have those, and then you get approval from us. Because you have a lawyer, Ms. Hodge, I will waive your appearance. Meaning you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Ms. Barnes. She'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest as well. Okay, so I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive, and after that, you guys are out of here. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are Mr. Guarchaj.
Watcha.
Yes. You were charged with racing on a highway. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the law enforcement officer was informed of a group of modified vehicles that were going to be racing on the West Loop South Freeway. The law enforcement officer with the location observed vehicles traveling in a pack and began to trail the vehicles. Law enforcement officer witnessed 4 vehicles line up side by side at match speeds of 60 miles an hour and then simultaneously accelerate to speeds over 100 miles an hour. 3 of the vehicles that lined up and participated in the second drag race. A traffic stop was initiated and the defendant stated that he was only speeding.
Do we have any of the co-defendants?
We do not, Your Honor. I believe
Who's the only one?
individual was detained on the traffic stop from another officer.
Do you mind running this license, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I do not currently have a driver's license. So take it to me.
Mr. Guarcha, you are not allowed to drive. I am putting this condition on you now, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, if you become a danger to my community, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know if you're an immigrant, if you're in this country with permission, but if you're not, and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it daily,
Okay, serious moment here. This is a perfect storm, street racing plus immigration consequences. It's a high-stakes game where one wrong move could mean deportation. Quick question, do you think non-citizen status should factor into bond conditions like this? Drop your take in the comments, this is a hot-button debate.
they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. That's usually about a 6 to 9 month process. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende? ¿Entiende? Yes, sir.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. I'm absolutely serious when I mean no driving. I don't care what your excuse is, sir. If I find that you get into a car and drive, and I don't care if it's to the little Piggly Wiggly, it's not going to go well for you. I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We'll have you sign a reset. And after that, you'll be out of here, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Honor.
Please.
Pase por
Have a
acá.
wonderful day.
Good morning, Mr. Robichaud. Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
So,
Thank you, Judge. On March 29, 2025, the officer was advised, an officer was advised the defendant exited a Target store with approximately $100 shooter, passing all points of sale without attempting to pay for it. The officer arrived at the store location and was advised the defendant placed a scooter in the rear of his motor vehicle and roadway was. The officer initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle and detained the defendant. The officer observed the scooter in the back from the vehicle. The officer confirmed the scooter was stolen by contacting the complaining witness. And the officer identified the defendant by entering his name, date of birth, and used a prior booking photo to match the offense.
Can you run his license, please? See if he has a license.
Yes, Your Honor.
it's expired, sir.
Stop.
Silent, Your Honor.
Mr. Robichaud, I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care what the kid has to go. They got to go to the hospital. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car. Do you understand?
Sir,
I'm also ordering you from going to any Target whatsoever, anywhere.
so. I do have a valid insurance. I need to, renew my license. Absolutely. I agree.
If you have valid insurance, but you still don't have a license, that valid insurance is squat because you don't have a license.
Sir, I understand. I know I made a mistake. Yes, sir. Huh?
You have the ability to hire a
No,
lawyer.
sir, not at the moment.
Brandon's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you fill it out and I'll see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you. We are going to make bond conditions for you not to go to any Target. You're going to sign it. Do not pick up a new case. Do not endanger my city. Otherwise, I'm going to make your bond so high. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Don't pick up any new cases.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, head on over there and then we'll have you fill everything out, sir.
Okay.